Do what's going on, everybody?
Oh,
Caught you off guard. Welcome to another episode of Peripheral Rewind. Today we're going to talk about more TV shows, but we're going to kind of separate it into different genres, just so that we can kind of talk about what shows we like in those specific genres. I have a list of questions for everything, just like we normally do. Um, and yeah, here's the intro. Okay, all right. So let's start it off with the usual what's new this week.
what's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Um, so it's so I've been playing Deadpool on PS3, and it's awesome.
You're
There
playing
needs to
Fire
be a
Emblem.
remaster. I'm doing both. I'm almost done
Uh,
with Deadpool, and I needed to start picking up the pace with my Fire Emblems because the new one comes out next month, and I'm super duper excited. Um, Absolutely adore Fire Emblem.
oh,
And
interesting.
as far as non-game related stuff, um, my my dad has decided it is time to start packing stuff up to get it ready to be organized.
For the
Because
Canada Adventures.
yeah, part three and probably part seven, um, with our luck. But
But has has he found a place?
So part of it is he wants to get it ready because the guy said once you submit the last little bit of like there's like one more death certificate that they needed in color or some something um and once it gets fully submitted because we're doing an emergency grant, an emergency grant or whatever, once it gets approved, because he's assuming we're going to get, because the lawyer's assuming that we'll most likely get approved, we should be ready to go. So my dad is organizing the garage and getting it ready to roll. Um,
Okay. All right, all right.
because we hate this house. This house is awful. Um,
Now,
it's
is it awful? A, because it's in Texas. But B, because it's not really wheelchair friendly.
So, a little bit of column A, and I don't know if it's necessary, if, and sort of partially column B from what you were saying. Um, but yes, we don't like it because it's in Texas.
And it's hot as
But,
balls.
yeah, it's hot as balls. Yes, exactly. 100% well said.
It's not that Texas is a
But
bad place. It's just a hot fucking place.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. And then secondly, the house is very cheaply built.
Oh,
Um,
it's a cookie cutter home in a subdivision.
Not just a cookie cutter home. It is literally like you a wet paper mache blanket of a house. Like
Yeah, so here's the thing.
it is.
It's in one of those quick pop-up subdivisions. Especially like I've looked at it in Google Maps, and in Google Maps they were still building it. Like
Yeah,
it's just one of those things. Like it's definitely one of those, but it's also as bad as it sounds, and I'm sure there's houses in Texas that are different, but you guys don't have insulated walls or anything, so they just throw up just cheap whatever.
it's plasterboard walls
Yeah,
with the cheap pine, the pine skeletal structure of the
yeah,
home.
yeah. See, up here
Um,
it's got to withstand winter, so
yeah,
it's like everything is good boards, big heavy nice boards actually,
yeah.
and then nice thick insulation with good drywall and everything. Like, not that they're like, my house is not great, but my house is also like one of the old military homes.
Like the construction, because I've also Google Maps, your area as well, um, just to see see what's up. Um, and It reminds me a lot of the German homes because when we lived in Germany, even the newer construction at that time was built to take a tank. Like, I mean, thick wood, like, you know, like full on, like,
You said you're talking about Germany,
yes.
and you're like built to take a tank. My brain went straight to Nazi Germany.
World War II. Yeah, yeah,
I'm like, hey, careful, there might be a round that comes through your living room window.
yeah. Yep, yep. In between the Zick Hiles. Um,
Oh God, that's it.
we do not
Built to
condone
take a
any type
tank.
of,
Just
yeah. Uh, but um, but it's built with the old school construction principles where it's built to last. That's where I was
right, and
going.
it's
Uh,
like the house you live in has to be up to code. There's Texas building code that would have to be there, but
yeah.
it's like here's the code line, and they went, all right, we're on top of the line. That's all that
Yeah.
matters.
Yeah,
Um,
bare minimum, man.
yeah,
Bare
yeah.
minimum.
But that's the problem with those quick pop up subdivisions. 100%.
Yeah. And there is a big trail of black ants that have burrowed into the walls.
Well, if you would stop leaving food out.
No, no, I mean from the front door. From the front door.
I
They are
know.
burrowing into the wall.
Mm, they like it. Your house is, you know,
It's very ant accessible.
yeah. Yeah, it's not wheelchair accessible. It's ants. It's accessible.
Exactly, yeah,
Those black crazy ants.
yeah. Bro, they are pretty crazy. They do be crazy.
That's probably what they are.
Um
They're probably black crazy ants. Remember, we watch enough Ants Canada. Come on.
yeah, yeah. No, I honestly thought like he has a vivarium. Well, fuck that guy. My whole house is an ant house.
You know what you do? You know what you do? You
Uh,
start an Ants Texas channel. Just rip off the sheetrock or whatever that's at that front door, and just put a glass panel there, and just put a camera on
yep.
it.
That would probably get sick views though, like
Yeah.
a live cam. Yeah,
Watch my ants destroy my house.
yeah. Sad part is it ain't even my house. It's my poor dad.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
my poor dad. Um, but yeah. Um,
He should probably get that sprayed before he tries to sell the house.
oh, 100%. Yeah, Um, so how was your week? What's new in your week so far? What's going on
Um,
in Canada land?
I don't think really anything. I got my kid's birthday party is gonna come up here on Sunday. His birthday's not till the 14th, but Um, so, but yeah, so I got that coming up on Sunday, and then I'm going fishing after it. And then
Nice.
I got my show coming up on Monday. Um, and aside from that, nothing. I've been doing a lot of flying in DCS, like a lot of flying. Um, like I logged in there the other day and just did carrier landings. I just did, you know, constant, traps, just one after the other, no hook down, just doing that, just to get better at it and get better onto like protocol, like what we're supposed to actually do and stuff like that. Um, and I've been enjoying that. I'm really enjoying the flying to the point that I actually picked up the C-130. I think it's what it is. Um,
Nice.
so I have the big boy airplane cargo plane that I need to map a lot of controls for, which is going to be the most pain in my ass. And then I'll be able to start learning to fly it. Um, but it's one of those things. So it's funny. Like I can get into my Hornet now, and I can have that thing started up and going and moving to take off on a catapult in probably, if I was trying to do it quickly, I could probably be there in like 6 minutes, and up in the air. Um, but this
Nice.
this this C-130, it's gonna be a different story. Like to the point that a lot of people, when they make missions with this plane, they make it so it's already started on the uh holding area, because some people, it's like it's a half an hour to start the damn thing.
Jeez.
Yeah. Well, you got four engines to start, but you have to do all of your pre-checks. So there's like, you have to set a bunch of things up here, set another couple things, then make sure three more things are set, punch in a couple codes, and then you can go, oh, let's start the engine.
Okay, yeah. So you barely remember what's going on
Mm-hmm.
by the time you're by the time you're done.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
it's a crazy checklist, but
Yeah, sounds like
it,
it.
it interests me, because I'm gonna actually, so because it's an actual more plane than a jet, right?
Mm,
I actually have the Logitech actual yoke. So I'm gonna bust that out for it. Still use my throttle that I have
mm.
for my jet, because but I'll set it up so I can use a yoke so it's proper. Um, so I'm using the appropriate flight control. Um, but that's my goal with
Isn't
it.
that the saying, like you're gonna get yoked?
That's this.
See, look, ladies and gents, he got yoked. Look at that,
I got
yo, let's
fat arms. Look
go,
at this. Ding ding. I'm not.
yo, let's.
I should lift more weights, but I don't.
Hey, it's still mass. It's still mass, you
I
know.
I fish. That's what I do.
There you go.
I
You know.
fish. I fish and I hunt. But yeah, that's really about it.
Okay.
Yeah, aside from that, I'm gonna do more fishing. I gotta start getting ready for hunting season. Because duck season is fast a coming. Um,
Duck season, rabbit season. Oh, sorry.
ooh, rabbit season's coming up too. So is squirrel season.
Yeah, so you're essentially a giant Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Yeah, I'm one of those if it moves it dies kind of people.
Mm, okay, okay, fair, fair. You know,
Funny story. My grandfather's name is Elmer.
hey, shout out to all the Elmers in the world.
So it was funny. A lot of his gifts that he got for Christmas and stuff like that were all Elmer Fudd.
I mean, how can you not, right?
Kind of just happens. Um.
Especially you love your grandpa, so like,
Oh yeah,
why wouldn't you?
yeah. I gotta. He's actually. So my grandfather has dementia. He is 95, I think. So he's doing great,
Golly.
you know. He's 95, and he's the last year, he's been kind of, he got put into a home because it was getting a lot for my grandmother to try and manage him. Um,
Okay.
but he's coming into, so he went into one which was kind of like a, okay, he needs to go into a home. This is where you go. Well, we figure out what your temperaments are going to be, and that kind of stuff. And then he got moved to another home, which was not great because he was down in the basement of this place, and the windows are like high, like regular high basement windows, and he was grouchy because of it, because he wasn't able to just sit out on a back deck and, have a good time and stuff like that, which is really what he wants. He just wants to be able to sit outside because that's what he did when he was at home anyway. Um, so now he's getting moved into another place, and he's getting a really nice room, I'm pretty sure. So my dad's supposed to let me know once he's there, because it's in the same city that my grandmother is instead of the next city over. So
Okay.
it'll be really nice. I'll actually be able to go and see him. I don't think I'm gonna bring my kids, unfortunately. So the last time my kids saw him was before he went into a home, and it was great because, as soon as my kids got out of the car, they were outside actually walking the dog, when I showed up, because I like to show up a little kind of surprised, like, hey, I'm here. Um, and when I pulled up, they were outside walking the dog, and when the kids jumped out and ran up the hill to him, he lit up. Like, it was like one of the best things I can, like, best memories I can have is my grandfather absolutely just lighting up that my kids are there, because he that's what he lives for. He was always great as a grandfather to all of us grandkids, and now his great grandkids make him light up even more. But he's not, even my dad and my grandmother both, like, he's still the same person, but he's not at the same time, right? um so
Yeah.
I don't want my kids to kind of remember him how he is now. I want him to remember how he was, because
Yeah.
he's always been that poke funny, like, he always looking to tickle you, like, he's just a happy-go-lucky, you know kind of person. Now, not to be
Yeah.
confused, he is still 90 some years old, and when he was, in his, I would say, like, 70s and stuff like that, like, don't piss him off, because
Right.
he is still a dad, and he will show it.
Sure.
And he's like he's old school too. Like, I remember, do you remember the show, The Almighty Johnsons? Did you ever watch that?
The Almighty Johnson. No, anything to do with Johnsons, considering our last name, we automatically have a disdain for Johnsons. Uh,
um
it's
so
an unspoken rule, you know. No, but I've never heard of that
so
that
so I
particular show.
if I could be wrong, but it was like either an Australian or a New Zealand show or whatever, but it followed this family who were actually the Norse gods reincarnated.
Oh,
um
you know what? I've actually heard of it.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So the opening scene of that show is showing all of the different brothers in different scenarios and stuff. Well, the one brother, Loki, um, is having sex, and he's got, like, some chick on top of him riding him. Um, and I was showing my dad it, while I was at my grandfather's place, and my grandfather walks into the room and he goes, just absolutely blew up. Just, what in the, I've never heard I've heard my grandfather swear, but not like in this context. Like, and he just goes, what in the fuck are you watching on my TV? And my dad goes, oh, it's just a show he's showing me. He's like, not in my fucking house. Because he's very old school. Like, that's not something that's on the
Yeah.
fucking TV. And my, like, I was just like, nope. And I turned it off. And my dad is defending the whole scenario. He's like, well, like, this is just how TV is now. He's like, nope, no, it's not. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, he's just showing me a show. And he's like, I totally forgot about that scene, to be honest. Um,
Yeah.
but like the whole concept of the show is actually really cool, and we'll talk about it a little later. I'll talk when we get to that genre. But it's super cool. It was actually a really good show. I don't think it got a lot of playtime.
I have to rescind what I said about I don't think I've heard of it. I have, and my dad is a bit more. He's not a curmudgeony or super old fashioned in that, but that scene that you're referring to
Yeah,
stopped him from watching it because
it was. So
my
I would say that that scene was kind of at the start of them showing that kind of stuff more often on TV shows. Um,
yeah
because I think it was about the same time that Game of Thrones started and stuff like that. So,
yeah
but I get it. Like, I completely understand it because even when it started being a regular thing on TV, I'm like, this might be a little much, like, but then you get used to it and you're just like, it's just like swearing now. I'm at a point where I'm like, I think they should be allowed to just swear in general TV. Like, like someone stubs their toe and they go, ah, fuck, like as long as they're not,
that's real, that's realistic. Yeah,
yeah, as long as they're not showing it in the sense of like, if there's an argument, someone's just like, shooting slurs at somebody or anything like that, it should be shown.
yeah,
I think the like, because even like radio has started like letting, shit and damn and like stuff that used to be bleeped out is now all over it. The only thing they bleep out now is the F word. So
yeah. I mean, so I agree. I think as long as it's not said with malice and it makes sense for the scene,
yeah, a word is just a word,
or
and I've said this before. I
yeah,
don't know if I've said it on the podcast. I've said it to you before. A word is just a word until you put venom in it.
right.
So if
100%
you
agree.
know if you're not trying to hurt somebody with it and you're just having a conversation just like we do, like, I swear on here all the time. It's just one of those things, like, fuck it, like, I'm not but
Yeah,
as soon as I start going, you fucking blah 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 blah, it's funny because the word fuck is the least venom word. It's,
yeah,
if someone uses the hard, whatever, and
yeah. We don't want to pull a Linus Tech Tips issue here.
yeah, but
Uh,
like,
yeah,
like you start, using the other words, the slurs and stuff like that. That's where the problem is. Blur, like, bleep those words out. Like, anyways, all right. That's on the topic of TV and stuff. Let's start with the first category. So our first genre we're going to talk about is sci-fi. We both have watched probably a crap ton of sci-fi.
oh
Um,
yeah.
and you probably a little more than me. Um, maybe. But
I mean, you want to talk like 90s and early 2000s, dare I say even some mid 2000s sci-fi?
right. But if I,
Full on.
so just this, and this is, so we're talking TV shows. We might talk a little bit of movies, but the list of shows, I told ChatGPT to just give me a list of 30 shows, so
Yep,
that way, I have something, because I'm
sure.
definitely one of those people. I remember things more when I see the name, more than
Yeah,
I, just remember it, but
sure.
so there's so many more than this, but like, we've got all the Star Treks, there's
I've
Stargate.
seen all of them.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Stargate, there's Battlestar Galactica, there's X-Files, Farscape,
X-File, yeah.
like, there's a lot. And I've seen some of these, finished
I have seen
probably I might not have
Oh,
finished any of these. The thing is a lot. So here's the thing I've noticed with sci-fi: they
yeah.
get a lot of
Mm.
seasons normally, unless we're talking Firefly.
Oh, you had to go straight to my heart. Oh, I love Firefly so much.
So did a lot of
And
people, and they're still mad about it.
oh, and speaking of one that I'm also mad about, sorry, I got a sidetrack for just a sec. S- Sarah Connor Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles with Summer Glau.
Yeah, yeah. It had 4 seasons, didn't it?
No, it had two,
Oh, I thought it had four. Okay, well,
and I was devastated because it was
you were just
for what it
attracted to her.
was. Yes, I was, but I still am. She could still get it. Hi, Summer.
Yeah. Oh
and
God,
so,
the Big Bang Theory scene where she's on the train just comes to mind.
so relatable.
Is it is it hot in
So
here? Must be summer.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh
Oh, so good.
God. Uh,
So good. Um, but yeah, that's one of the shows. Just not to get too side, but that's one of the shows I feel
so
deserve
so
more.
would you say that you're so if you had to pick your favorite genre, would sci-fi be your favorite?
Um,
Like like we're talking number
yes,
one, number two. Like it's
yeah,
definitely
it's definitely in the top two. It's either one or two.
mhm,
I have to say, as of late, because of the folks that I've been hanging around with more, I've gotten into the horror genre a lot more.
right.
It's not
But
something
would
that
you but would you
we
even compare it to so let's use the let's use the so we're going to talk about 6 genres today out of
yeah,
the billion that there are. But we're going to talk
yeah,
about sci-fi. We're going to talk about sitcoms and slash comedies. But we use sitcoms because that's generally how the TV shows do it. Um, then we're going to talk about the horror or supernatural kind of stuff. And then we're going to talk about crime mystery thrillers, so like CSIs and that kind of stuff. Then we got fantasy, and then we've got cartoons and animation, which cartoons and animation can sometimes fall into all of these categories, but I think it deserves its own category because it can be its own category. But but out of those six, it's hard to say that I think out of those six, sitcoms is probably my number one because I watch probably a lot more of those. Um, because I just want something to just sit down and laugh to. But I think sci-fi is probably my number two.
I'd say that's my top. So my top three are sci-fi, comedy, and horror.
Right. Which would I I could say that that would be my top three, but I think the horror would be farther down. I think it would my number three would be cartoon, followed by fantasy.
Now, cartoon is it has each of those genres within
It
cartoons.
it does, but even I would still probably watch a lot of other different cartoons that aren't horror based before I would watch horror.
Okay, that's fair.
Like not that I don't like it. It's just not my go-to. And I've
Yeah,
gotten to a point, as bad as it sounds, horror movies are great and horror TV shows are okay as well. I think movies are better because they give you, as bad as it sounds, I prefer TV shows in general, but when it comes to like the horror genre, I think movies can do it better. Although I will say that the few episodes of oh what the fuck's it called? What the fuck is the name of the TV show horror thing that not supernatural? Um American Horror Story. Um the couple episodes I've watched of American Horror Story are really good. but their seasons are kind of like one big long movie, from what I've seen. Because they're like each
So,
season has its own theme, right? Like,
and within each theme, they can have, so many sub themes.
right,
You
right.
know,
But yeah, no, I would, yeah, I think horror is the bottom of my favorites.
fair enough.
And
Cartoon,
sorry, what I was getting into is when it comes to horror, because I've like come to like movies more. I actually prefer the shaky cam style, the POV kind of. That's how I've come to love because like when it comes to that, like Paranormal Activity, people hate on it, but I think it was a great story for all of them. Like it was a world that you can get involved with, and you're watching it through like a home camera, like it kind of hits um all of those like, oh wait, shit, like this could happen, right? Like and Blair Witch is to blame for it. Because that's what it was. Low budget film with one camera.
mm, I love the scrappier films too.
Yeah. Well,
Like
even but
the
even
one that's
even to look at other things like Cloverfield, shaky cam, you know, like what a way to do a kaiju fucking movie.
yeah.
Could you imagine if Godzilla was filmed like that? Be fucking sweet.
Oh yeah, especially if you're just doing like I mean typically you're looking up at Godzilla in the face because the camera raises up so you can see Godzilla.
But could you
But if you were
imagine
just
like
purely from a
um
human
what are they
sized
called?
perspective,
Yeah, like think of like you're wearing your meta glasses or whatever, and you're just like looking up at this foot because that's all you can see, the foot. You're just like, well, I'm fucked,
you
you
know,
know. Um, but yeah. Anyways, so let's talk sci-fi. So would you say that your sci-fi um fandom is because of your dad?
oh 100%.
Yeah,
Like
because he's a big Trekkie, right?
Star Wars, Star Trek,
I feel
um
like he's a Trekkie.
I mean, more tricky, more so than Star Wars. But
Uh,
I mean, like me, he's a sci-fi generalist.
right.
We like,
I so here's the thing. I sorry, I keep interrupting you, but like the the Star Trek Star Wars whole feud thing, like either you're a Trekkie or you're a Star Wars person, it's like yeah, but there's so much more Star Trek.
yeah,
So much more. You got what? Now we've got 9 movies of the main storyline, and then there's like three three extras, and then we have a couple TV shows.
yeah.
Like now, I would say that in the last, I'll give it 10 years, Star Wars has actually started becoming more, whereas Star Trek is not doing as much.
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
anyways,
Star Trek, unfortunately, has been kind of diluting itself from what it truly is. And it's been, without getting too like hot buttony, they they used to um broach topics and broach theming a little um through clever storytelling and through clever use of characters, but it's been kind of diluting itself and being like beating you over the head with whatever said theme is or whatever a
is that it?
hot
Is
or
that what they did in what was the? Is it Star Trek Discovery? Is that the newest one?
no, it's the Star Trek Fleet Academy, I think. Star Trek,
Oh, okay.
it's where they're following kiddos going through Starfleet.
Oh,
Um,
but that's what they're doing. They're just kind of beating a dead rat. Like,
to, to me, that's what it feels like. They're just like over the head with it of whatever that theme that they're trying to accomplish for that episode or throughout that season. It feels like they're just kind of like, okay, we're gonna beat you over the head with this idea or this theme. Now that's a show that's fucking done right there.
I know. I'm trying to see if they've announced season 2 yet.
It's been approved, I believe.
Oh, it got approved like right away. I'm pretty sure. Give me an answer, Wikipedia. Anyways, what we're looking at, by the way, people, is Alien Earth. If we're talking sci-fi, that's where my sci-fi is the best. I enjoyed Alien Earth. I enjoyed Aliens, Predator. Like that universe is just ugh. Um,
Chef's kiss. It's done so well.
so season 2 officially began production July of this year. So it's probably not going to be out until 2027. Boo. I don't know if I want to watch it anymore. Sorry, you guys aren't seeing what I'm seeing. Um, so Google AI is saying that there are new cast additions to Alien Earth. Um, so Variety, I guess it's some news site or whatever, has said that Tracy Ullman, Sam Spurnell, Spur, Spurnell, anyways, and Jerome Flynn have joined the cast in July of this year, alongside a previously added new star. I don't call him a new star, I call him an annoying star, but Peter Dinklage.
Fuck you, Dinklage.
Yeah, he better get
By the way,
eaten.
that's
He better get eaten by the eyeball. That's all I care about.
episode 2. Episode If he's not eaten by the eyeball, episode 2, I'm out.
Like it's yeah. Anyways, I need to rewatch it is what I need to do. Such a good, if you haven't watched Alien Earth when we're talking sci-fi, we'll go watch Alien Earth. It is, if you enjoy the Alien universe, go watch it because it takes place um in between the first and second movie, I believe. It's right after she leaves Earth to go up, I believe. Anyways. Okay. Another question, sci-fi. On that note, what show had the best alien species or critters?
Oh, hands down, I love Star Trek Voyager.
I'm going with aliens.
Or sorry, not Voyager, Deep Space Nine. Deep Space
Oh,
Nine with the Ferengi, dude. I love the Ferengi.
but we're okay. There's other shows though. There's Doctor Who. Like,
Okay, if we're going, all right, fine, that's fair. If we're going full on,
come on. Like, there's so
show.
many shows. Hold on. Let me scroll down here so you can see it. So okay, let's break this down into different shows just real quick. So Star Trek, you would say that the Ferengis Best
I like
Alien.
the Ferengis
Best Alien.
because they're funny. They crack me up. Rule 47 of business: never get fucked over. And
um.
that's not a real
Okay.
rule that they made, but
What about the X-Files?
ooh, okay. We're gonna need to do. Okay, I'm calling it now, and I don't care. This is happening. I'm sorry. We are
Whole
doing
episode?
this X-Files episode.
Oh, I'll put X-Files on. I think I have it all downloaded.
Okay. No, no, no. I mean, we're doing a pod on X-Files.
Oh, you mean a whole episode? Oh, yeah, we'd
Heck
have to
yeah,
watch a
dude.
lot of it. Um,
Oh, that's fine with me. You don't have to twist my nipples twice.
it's been a
Um,
hot minute.
no,
Um,
but I
I so
love the
we could do a whole episode just on sci-fi, but the thing is there's so many shows to watch. But yeah, anyways, X-Files,
yeah. So my favorite. So you want to know my favorite alien from X-Files?
Alien or Critter, yeah.
The the one the I forget the name of them, but you'll know exactly the one I'm talking about. The one that's like tall and thin and smoking all the time.
The the Man in Black. Isn't that who he turns out to be? It's a
Yeah,
long.
but wasn't he thought of as being an alien for the longest time? Didn't Mulder think he was an alien for the longest time?
I think after a while. Oh God,
Yeah,
it's been so long. So
yeah.
I've never finished it. You know me, I don't finish things, but
No, I know.
that is one that
Um,
I watched quite a bit of it. But I that it
okay.
was years ago, like but well before I met you.
Well, yeah.
Like so, I don't remember a lot of it at all. Um, but there's so I'm just gonna go down this list and I'm gonna tell you the things that I haven't actually watched, but I might have seen like clips of, right? So because I how do I word this? My ADD or whatever, how my brain works, I find comfort things that I watch over and over and over again.
And then you hold on to them. Yep.
Yeah. So you've seen it. I do it with Big Bang Theory. I'm currently rewatching it again. Um, and I only finished
Wait,
it a little while ago.
again?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Dude. Bro, I love Big Bang Theory, but god dang, dude.
It's a comfort thing. So here's my problem: is I'm doing stuff on my computer, whether I'm working on the one program thing for DCS or I'm doing other things or whatever. I've got my second monitor, so it's just on. I don't even I'm at a
Yeah.
point. I've watched so much of it. I don't even have to see it. I could listen to it and tell you exactly what's happening in the scene, like beat for beat.
Ugh.
you know. But yeah, so that's my how my brain works. So a lot of these shows I've started and not finished, or I just never started because it didn't really pull me in too much. So Star Trek's, I've watched an episode here and there. I've never actually sat down and tried to watch it. As bad as it sounds, they're good, but they were slow to me. So they never really gave me that like dopamine of wanting to watch them, you know? Um, that being said, Stargate SG-1, I have watched 4, 5 seasons, I think, out of the 9 or 10 or whatever. And it's good. I really enjoyed it. It just got to a point where it slowed down, and I'm like, and most shows do that in the middle. Stargate Atlantis, I've never actually watched because my brain said you got to finish SG-1. That's how my brain works. If there's something that comes
At
after,
least your brain wanted you to finish something.
yeah, but it's just how I look at it. I'm like, oh, I can't watch Stargate Atlantis until I finish SG-1 because that's just how it's supposed to go. Battlestar Galactica. Um, I think I started it, but I didn't get very far in it. I've seen a lot of clips and different things from it, but yeah. X Files. I've already talked about that. Here's two shows that I've never. I've seen clips because of like some of the aliens in it, I think, or like a meme or something, but I've never actually sat down and watched at all. Are
Uh-huh.
Farscape and Babylon 5.
Farscape, I remember watching it, but I don't remember much about it. It's one of those shows where,
There's what's the other one? Red Dwarf. I've never sat down and watched that
oh,
either.
dude, so good.
Yeah, it didn't it never it didn't hit the Nano's just writing these down like this fucker's gonna watch so much shit. Tape me to it. He's gonna move up here. He's gonna fucking tape me in a fucking chair in a fucking room, white room with screens, and just make me watch everything.
That's ironically, if you've seen my bedroom, dude, that's fucking my room right now. I have so many screens, dude.
Firefly. I don't think I finished it, but I was close. It's not like it's that long, but it was one of
Yeah,
those things.
I was
It
gonna say
because
it's not
I
long enough to.
I the problem is like because I started watching it after it was already canceled, my brain goes, "Don't finish it." Never ended.
Oh gosh.
I that's and that's just me being honest. I did, but think about it. I didn't finish Big Bang Theory until last year.
But you've watched it so many times.
Everything but the last two seasons.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I stopped halfway through season 10, and then I didn't want to watch season 11 at all.
Oh
That was,
golly, dude.
but yeah, no, I finished it, and I've finished it twice now since then, and I'm watching it again now. Um, Doctor Who, I've watched quite a bit of, but there's just so much of it. Now, when I say Doctor Who, I'm talking like
The
newer.
2005 revival.
Yeah, like it wasn't.
The
I've never
reboot.
watched any of the old stuff. I got a
Okay, yeah.
I got a buddy who has watched all of it, and he's like, I say a buddy, he's a customer that calls at work all the time and just talks. Um, Great guy, but he's just a guy that calls work. Anyways, we're going down this list. The Expanse, I've heard is a really good show, and I should probably watch it. I don't think it's very long. Um,
It's 6 seasons.
is it? Okay, it's longer than I thought it was.
And
Um,
I just started watching it with Stitched
oh,
yesterday,
nice,
actually.
nice. Fringe, I've watched season 1 and 2, I think.
There's got
Um,
so much to catch you up on.
I don't have time to sit down and watch all these shows.
You
Um,
do if you stop rewatching Big Bang Theory. It took 12 years to finish it.
the problem is I watch a lot of can't talk. A lot of YouTube. And you know that. You see how much YouTube I watch. Um,
We are on YouTube, yes, I've seen it.
but no, like I watch a lot. Like, well, here, there you go. How many tabs do I have open right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 videos that I'm gonna watch tonight.
Oh my god. Uh,
But the problem is the YouTube videos are getting longer again. They're not short YouTube videos. So this one is 46 minutes. Where's my mouse? This next one is 51 minutes. This one is 38 minutes. This one is 22 minutes. This one's an hour and 9 minutes. And this one is 48 minutes. So like hours, like when I get home from work, I sit down and I watch some YouTube videos and they take hours. So that's just how it goes. I work all day.
my dude.
Okay. What else we got? Quantum Leap, never seen it. Sliders, I think I watched the first episode. Lost in Space, old one, never watched it. Aside from a couple clips. The robot was kind of cool. The new Lost in Space, I've watched the first 2 seasons, I think. I think I finished the second season. Dark Matter, I don't think I've ever watched that one. Eureka, I've watched most of. I don't think I finished it. You guys finished it. I didn't finish it. Warehouse 13 was really cool. I wish I would have finished it, but I have not. Andromeda, I don't think I ever watched it.
Finished it.
The answer to all of these is you finished it. I don't think I've listed one that you haven't finished.
Begrudgingly. But see, because my brain is the opposite of yours for
You get the
certain
dopamine
things.
by finishing it.
For certain things. Like, that's so it's where, like, for instance, I know that I'm never going to be able to afford, as an example, I'm never going to be able to afford the $1 million NES cartridge, the championship, whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
unless I fucking strike it super lucky somehow. Um, but like that's part of where the collector bug in me is really bad. Like if it's if it's a like okay, a better example, if I buy Friday, if I buy Nightmare on Elm Street, I know there's like 6 or 7 other Nightmare on Elm Streets. I'm gonna want to get the other, you know, 5 or 6.
And
Because when I
I'm the
get
same
when I
way
get
in the sense, but I don't have that crazy desire, you know. Although I
I
will
wouldn't
say
say
there's
mine
certain
is
things,
crazy.
there are certain things. Like I'm still annoyed that I don't have all of these. I'm missing one or two. But like it's things like this that annoy me that I don't have all of. But watching a TV
But you
show.
get what I mean. So yeah, so you get what I mean. It's for me, I want to finish the series or
Yeah.
get the set.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
What other shows are on here? So Sequest, I didn't hear great things about it.
I don't think I've heard of that one, to be honest.
I have, and I don't think it was that good. The Orville is something I need to go back and watch.
It's still
Because
good.
like I watched the first season, I think when it aired, probably.
Mm-mm.
And I was thinking, I saw a clip, where he's playing the game with, oh, I can't think of his name. He's essentially the what are they called on Star Trek? Wargs?
You mean
Is that his name? That's his name, isn't it? Warg?
the holodeck?
No. What's the name of the alien race with the big wrinkles in their forehead?
Oh, the Klingon.
Yeah. So that species in the Orville, I don't remember what they're called. Um,
Bortis and
but he's
Bortis is the name of Mocklin. They're called Mocklins.
yeah, so he's in their living room or whatever on the ship, and they've got the egg, and it's a game that they play. Um, and I keep seeing the clip, and he's like, "Oh, can I play?" And it's essentially hot potato, but at the end of it, there's a big fucking blade that comes out through his fucking hand, and he's like, "Ah!"
Yeah,
But yeah, I keep seeing that clip, and I'm like, "Oh, I need to really watch that show again." Because like, there's the one where
it's
he's addicted to
really good.
where he's addicted to smoking, and it fucking oh. Anyways, um,
Yeah, yeah.
Black Mirror. I don't know if I ever watched any of them. I might have watched one because that's the one that does the weird. Every episode is a different weird sci-fi thing, right?
Black Mirror, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like I've watched the first season and then I kind of was like, genuinely, I was like, it's not really for
I,
me. It's not
so
really my thing.
it's like watching what is it, Outer Limits, where every episode is different, right? So there was no real story to hold on to, so I think as bad as it is, it's one of the downfalls now, um in some shows. Altered Carbon I started and I thought it was okay, but it didn't hold my attention. Foundation, I don't know if I know that one.
I don't think I'm familiar with that one either.
Silo I just downloaded. As bad as it sounds, don't pirate, kids. But it's only on Apple TV, and I'm not. I'm not an Apple TV
You
person.
borrowed from a friend. You didn't
Anyways,
pirate it. You
not
borrowed from a
yeah.
friend.
Anyways, I just downloaded the first all three seasons, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start watching that. Severance, I don't think I ever watched. For All
Severance
Mankind,
good.
For All Mankind, I have no idea what that is. Um, and Resident Alien, I have watched a little bit of it. I need to continue watching it.
It's so good.
But like, so here's the thing. Like I said it. I prefer the Alien universe and the Predator universe, right? So that universe is just what really gets me. I
Another
watch a lot of
phenomenal
those.
universe. There's no
But I
arguments here.
but I also, when it comes to sci-fi, I think I watch more sci-fi movies than I do TV shows.
TV. Okay, yeah.
Like The Matrix, or Ready Player One, like all of those kind of style things. It's weird to think of certain things that are technically sci-fi. So like Free Guy, the Ryan Reynolds movie, technically sci-fi.
Yeah.
It's a video game,
Sure is.
but
Sure
it's
is.
sci-fi. Um,
Yeah.
but it's just one of those things. I watch more movie sci-fi than I do anything. But anyways,
Well,
all
let's
right.
I think we should. We've been gabbing about sci-fi for a hot minute.
Yeah,
If we're gonna make
we're
it past,
50 minutes, 56 minutes in already. So we're gonna move on to sitcoms, which I've definitely watched a lot of, but I same thing, never finished them. This is gonna be a running theme. This is the podcast where Nano's watched everything and Jelmaine has watched half of it. And like, I say half of it in the sense that like every show I've probably watched half of it.
yeah, no, that's fair.
Um, so obviously my favorite sitcom is Big Bang Theory.
Okay,
Is What's your favorite?
that's in my top five sitcom, and it's one or two for me.
Okay. What
I
would
think we've
be
talked about that though.
what's the other contender though?
For me, it's Scrubs.
Okay.
Um,
Now, is it because of cast chemistry that makes it?
I just you know how you said like for you, Big Bang Theory is one of those comfort shows.
Yep.
Like I don't know what it is. I'm sure part of it's cast chemistry, part of it's, the slapstick really gets me. The part, and what I mean by slapstick is there's a lot of those daydream sequences,
Yep.
and that gets me. I just I it's one of those I plus there's a lot of nerdy medical shit in there. Like
Right.
I wouldn't say a lot, but like there's enough in
It's
there.
it's a show about a hospital. It's got to be. It's although it's not Grey's Anatomy or House, so you know
And those are
it's
barely medical shows anyway. Golly, dude.
House
Half
is
the
pretty
time
good.
they're fucking in the in-call room. Um, like, they're not actually practicing medicine. They're
And they
playing
weren't doing that in
doctor.
Scrubs. Hmm?
No, they were. That's part of.
Um,
Um,
they were trying.
they were trying. Yeah, yeah.
um,
Uh,
so I'll actually ask more questions and just before I get into the me just going down the list of shows that I've started and not finished. Um, uh, who's your favorite sitcom character? There's quite a few.
oh, Rick Sanchez.
Oh, Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like since we're, you know, like cartoons in general, top five, right?
Oh
But
yeah.
like my top, no, I mean like in terms of since we broke cartoons is its own genre, cartoons is in my top four. Um,
Right.
so
It's
Rick
yeah.
Sanchez for me, man, just because it's it's ed it's hip and it's edgy, but
Hmm.
it's not but it's got heart and soul in it, right? Like
Yeah,
it's
because he
got
cares, but it seems like he doesn't.
right. And like all the stuff at at the end of the day, he'll lay his life down for his family at the
Hmm.
end of the day.
Yep, he
If
will.
worse can, but I mean, it's Rick. He's gonna get his way out of it anyway.
Hmm. Can't be a show without
So
him.
right. So
That's why they keep bringing
you
Morty
know,
back.
C-137, you know, that you just get a new Rick or you just get a new Morty, you know.
um,
Um, but yeah, I
yeah.
love
See,
that.
so I love Big Bang Theory, and Sheldon and Leonard are probably like the shit. Like those are really good characters. But Chuck Lorre just has a really good sense of getting a good cast chemistry. Look at Two and a Half Men, you know.
Once Charlie Sheen left, it just was not the
it
same.
was it wasn't the same, and that's why it didn't last very long after he left, you know. um but
No.
it's just one of those things, like, but like when Charlie was on it, like that show was phenomenal. Still a show I haven't finished because I didn't want to watch it past after Charlie Sheen left.
Well, okay, that's valid. No, that I get. Like that's 100%. You know, yeah. No, I mean,
um
Ashton Kutcher has his moments, but it's like it's totally not
he was a completely different feel, you know.
correct.
um
Yeah.
because he wasn't the old, he wasn't the old guy hooking up with young women anymore. He was just a guy hooking up with women.
Yeah.
Like, you know, um, as bad as it is, um, if I if I if I have to pick a favorite, I actually really enjoyed early Urkel.
Yeah. I
Like,
I don't like I watched Shocker. I watched the entire series.
I haven't.
Um
I've watched most of it. I've probably seen the season, like the series finale, um, just because like everybody watched it. Um, you know, because
no.
that was prime TV back in the day, right? Like everybody watched Family Matters. So I've probably seen, I would say, I'm going to say 75% I've probably seen. Um, but I've never like
Yeah.
sat down and watched it front to back, you know.
So for me, I absolutely adored, and I mean adored, um, like you, the early seasons. But after they started to get more into the sci-fi, where he would go into his little DNA
And
machine and
become
come
hot
out as
Urkel.
like Einstein or Bruce Lee or whatever,
Yeah. It was
then I
funny the
was like,
first couple times, but then they kept it doing it.
yeah, I feel like it lost the heart and soul of what Family Matters was meant to
he
be.
he stopped being the nerdy kid that kept trying to get Laura and became that, oh shit, Laura actually likes him because of what he can do and shit like that. And you're like, nah, this isn't what it's supposed to be.
Now, and if I remember correctly, the young woman that played Laura, I forget her name at right now off the top of my head. Um, she's not young now; she's in her 50s, but or something.
We're
But
not young
we're
now either.
yeah, I was gonna say we're marching right along in time with her too.
Hmm.
So anyway, she was saying how like after that stuff happened, she was like, this is totally not what Laura would have done. Like, this
Yeah,
isn't what Laura would have done. Laura would have loved Steve for Steve. She wouldn't have started falling in love with him just because he
he turned
can
hot.
turn into Stefan or Kel or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so
Um. Okay. Uh. Moving on. What sitcom had the best running joke?
oh, Bazinga. Dude,
Yeah. Um.
dude,
Between
I
between that and like the one episode where Sheldon keeps trying to
like help everyone else, and everyone's going, go away, and he's like, it can't be me, right? And like he goes to the next person, and it just cuts to them going, go away, and he's like, it could be me. Like, and it's one of those things, like every time Sheldon tries to do something, they just go away.
Yeah, or the one that there was one episode, like I think it was the first announcement of Bazinga, and I'm sure you can tell me the
Oh,
exact
the ball
minute.
pit.
The ball pit, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's like sick and on cough syrup, but he doesn't want to go to sleep.
Yeah. So there's that.
Yeah.
That's I don't think that's the first time he does Bazinga.
But it's
But
one of
that's
the ones where it
that's
starts
that's
to.
that's the beginning of him doing it all the time.
Yeah.
He said Bazinga, I think, one or two episodes before that one, if I'm remembering correctly. And then from then on forward, they do that episode, and it becomes the running joke.
Yeah.
The next question I have here is best theme song. Rick and Morty's got a pretty good one, but I'm still a big Bare Naked Ladies is Canadian, so I
Yeah. Rock
gotta.
on, bare naked ladies. But a show that I love the theme song for is the George Lopez show.
Oh
The
yeah.
George Lowrider.
Mm-hmm.
Ride a little
To
higher.
think of shows that don't use, and it's adjacent with Rick and Morty, is it's Doctor Who. They don't use, like, they have their own theme, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not made by like another song or anything like that. So, and it's adjacent with Rick and Morty because that's what Rick and Morty's theme is based on, is the Doctor Who theme song.
Right.
But definitely, um, I'm still Rick and Morty if we're picking original soundtrack. We've talked about it. What sitcom would you like rebooted?
I'll tell you a new one that I'd like rebooted.
What?
The George Lopez show. Um, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. It dovetails so cleanly into it. So did you ever get those commercials for Geico, the cavemen commercials,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like so easy a caveman could do it or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So they had a show based on the characters from that commercial. And
Oh.
guess what show they canceled? It only lasted a season, but guess what show they canceled
No,
because
they
of
they
that show?
canceled Lopez to do the caveman show.
Yeah, yeah. And it was according to George Lopez, which I'm sure, some of his recollection or information might be tainted with, his biases. But he was saying that it was still one of the highest rated on the network at that time. But because the president or something wanted a new show, they greenlit the Caveman show and they canceled Lopez to give him the time slot to make room.
Gotcha. Mine
So
isn't a sitcom, but my reboot is Terra Nova. I would love to see that fucking
so
finished.
fucking good. I watched the 12 episodes or whatever it is. I watched all 12 of them last year.
Yeah, yeah. I wish they'd
I watch it once a year.
give it back. Okay, we're ready to go through all the shows I haven't watched. Just
Yeah.
these are for people, um, that if you want to start watching some sitcoms, or the stuff we're talking about, this is a list. That's really why I felt the need. I wanted to go through these. So Seinfeld.
I watched
Um,
most of it. It feels like I've seen all of it because of syndication.
I've watched an episode as it was on because it was on in front of something else.
Yeah.
I've never sat down and watched it like episode 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I
I've
haven't
seen
done that
I've
either.
seen the first episode, but I can't tell you if I've seen the second episode.
Yeah, I like that's why I was saying like I
And
think I've seen everything, but through
and
syndication.
and the next one is the same thing, Friends. I was just never into it. I've heard it's really
I
good,
liked it.
and the clips I've watched are pretty funny. But I never,
Yeah.
no, that was a chick show to me.
And that's fair. I didn't actually get into it until I was a bit older.
My
Until I was
my thing is now that I've watched a Big Bang Theory, I can see the appeal that Friends would have been to people my age that Big Bang was to me, you know.
yeah.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I think I've watched all of that one.
Oh yeah.
I'd have to. I may have missed an episode or two in some of the seasons, but I know I've seen the ending. Full House, I feel like I've seen most of it. I just don't know.
I had to have. I'm sure. I bought my sister.
I haven't watched
the
the second, like the reboot of it, Fuller House or whatever. I haven't seen that.
It was good. They one thing I will give it credit for is they got rid of they went through 99% of the hey, you remember that guy? Hey, you remember that? They got it.
It
They
was
got
fully
it
a
out of the
flashback thing.
no. Okay, so the reason I brought that I was giving them credit is they got it out of the way so they could give the characters room to grow and show where they are now.
Oh, okay.
They did it in a way at first where I was like, "Oh my god, it's gonna be an entire series of
Just
remember
recap.
that, remember
Yeah.
that." Yeah, but no, they got the "Do you remember that" out of the way, so
Mhm.
the case so you could see where the characters grew and give them room to run.
Yeah, so it's kind of like here's the
Um,
initial introduction of like Kimmy, and then they show like a couple like, oh Kimmy, do you remember this? And then Kimmy just is like just able to grow as a character from there.
yeah,
Family Matters, I've seen most of. I think I've seen the ending. I can't remember it though. Home Improvement, I've probably seen all of it because I watched
I
it when it was
tell you
on
with
TV.
certainty that I have seen all of it.
Boy Meets World, I've seen all of. Yeah, I've seen all of that. Saved by the Bell, I haven't. I've seen probably a lot of the episodes, but I don't. I couldn't.
Yeah,
I've never watched it start to finish. Married with Children, I don't think I ever finished it. I
good
watched a
idea.
majority of it. Good night, Papa Goblin.
John Main says goodnight, Papa Goblin. John Main says goodnight.
Roseanne, I am watching it. I probably have seen majority of the episodes, just not in order.
I've seen more of the Connors than I have of the original Roseanne.
Oh, really? Okay. Cheers, I've seen episodes. I've never actually watched it. The episodes I've watched
I
are funny.
have it with the intent of watching it, but I never.
And same with Frasier. Frasier never appealed to me.
I think that show. I think part of it is because of when it came on and how old we were as well. Like it
Yeah.
was supposed to be like higher brow comedy that we just
Well,
weren't
it
old
was
enough
because
to
it was
appreciate.
a spin-off of Cheers, right? So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's just one of those things that like that was, older, so
yeah.
Everybody Loves Raymond. I've probably seen a majority of it just by catching episodes here and there. King of Queens, I think I've seen all of it except for maybe like the last season. That 70s
Mm,
show, probably half of it.
okay.
um Malcolm in the Middle, I feel like I've seen every episode, but probably maybe not every episode.
And I can
Scrubs, I
tell
can tell
you,
you I've only seen random episodes, and I know
oh,
that disappoints you. but it
No,
never
I understand.
it
No,
never appealed to me. Like my buddy Jason is like a huge Scrubs guy. He really really enjoyed Scrubs. I just no, it just didn't appeal to me. I didn't the humor wasn't my humor, like,
yeah.
you The Office, same thing. Just never appealed to me. It's funny from some of the clips, but it's really as bad as this when it comes to The Office, both the US one and the British one. It's literally just that one uh Chris Pratt's character. Chris Pratt? Yeah. Chris Pratt's character messing with oh, what's his name?
Oh no, 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 no. Parks and Rec is the Chris Pratt.
Is it? So okay, so what's the guy's name? Parks and Rec is pretty funny too.
Dwight.
Um
Dwight
Dwight,
and
the other guy that messes with him.
Michael.
Yeah. That's the only thing I've ever watched of that show, and it's fucking hilarious. Just him messing with him constantly is hilarious. Parks and Rec, same thing. It's almost an identical show to me. It's literally just Chris Pratt fucking with people. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, same idea. Still funny. Still haven't watched all of them. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I've probably watched more of it of all of those. Because Andy Samberg, it's just funny. Community, I've probably seen like I could probably count on one hand how many episodes I watched. Arrested Development, I started with a buddy when we used to live together, and they watched it ahead of me, so I stopped watching it. Kind of like how you do.
Well, just because, like,
I take forever. No, I don't blame people. I do it to my wife too. My wife will start watching a show with me, and then I stop watching. Um, Arrested Development was good. I've definitely watched like the first one or two seasons though. Like my favorite is "There's money in the banana stand." That running joke for that first season, and then they burn it down. Like he's like, "Yeah, we burned it down." You did what? No, there was money in the fucking walls of the banana. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, like I said, I've watched it. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. No,
I've heard good things. I've never
I
really.
no. It's apparently a good show. It's Danny DeVito, right?
Yeah, Danny DeVito, Kate. I want to say Kate McKinnon. Does that sound right?
Yeah, maybe something like that. It just, I don't know. It never appealed. All right, guys, you just watched Nano break his back,
Yeah.
as he sneezed. His, ba- his
Yes.
his back spasms every time he sneezes. Give him a second. He's getting the wind back in his chest. You good?
Yeah.
He's not good. Get a drink, dude.
It really. It's smart, dude. But I'm good now.
Okay, Modern Family. I've watched a couple episodes. My wife watched it all.
My wife.
Uh, my wife. How I Met Your Mother. I never finished it. I've probably seen a majority of
Okay.
it. 30 Rock, not a chance. I don't even know if I've watched one episode. I wasn't a Baldwin fan.
I'm not a huge Baldwin fan either, but that's just one that I can't say I really ever got into either.
Yeah. That's who's in that, right? Baldwin?
Baldwin, Tina Fey,
Yeah.
Tracy Morgan, and a few
Big Bang
others.
Theory, we've talked about. My Name is
Yep.
Earl. I caught a couple episodes. My buddy loves it. He loved that.
It's really good, but that's gonna be one of the few ones I watched part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I never finished it.
Superstore is a newer one that it was kind of dumb by the looks like
Still
the
good though.
and then
Oh,
Abbott Elementary. I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
I've heard of it. I've seen commercials for it, but I'm just kind of like, I'm good.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna move into horror now. Horror.
Let's go! Woo!
Um, I don't even know what falls in this category here.
Can I get a woo in the chat?
Woo
Woo,
woo 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 woo.
woo.
X-Files would fall into this
Thank you.
chat into the
Yeah.
chat
Mhm.
would fall into this category. Technically, because it is kind of a horror. It does have jump scares in it.
Mhm.
I've known a couple X-Files episodes to catch me off guard. Um, what's the first scary show you remember watching? Is it? I'm gonna assume Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Um, the first one that my dad showed me that I found actually kind of scary is the Twilight. There was an episode of Twilight Zone with the
Okay,
little talking Tina doll.
yeah, it's essentially the Chucky episode, right?
Yeah, essentially. But that was the first episode that I can really remember. And I was like, oh my God, that's terrifying. Um,
Yeah, it's one of those things. The Twilight Zone. I never watched a lot of that. And it's weird because I think of that as more sci-fi than I do horror, but I guess it is actually horror. So,
I mean,
but
a lot of it
is what?
terrifying. And I think part of it is because it's like it's older. A lot of it's shot in black. It's shot in black and white,
Yeah,
like grainy film camera, you know. Um,
yeah. Well, and that's it, right? And but it was also I always loved it because it's like, oh, the story of a guy that knew my brother that knew that. um,
oh yeah, yeah.
you know, first scary show. It probably is Goosebumps, even though it's not really scary. Even when you're a kid, but it's still technically horror. But that's probably the first one I could remember watching. Um,
Yeah, if you want to see the ones that's like legitimately like from our generation that I watched
yeah,
regularly, then I'm in the same boat as you,
yeah,
Goosebumps. Or Are You
um,
Afraid of the Dark?
yeah, and like there's things in this list in particular, and we'll go through more of them. But like I guess they fall into that horror supernatural kind of uh like area, but I don't know if I would call them horror like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like it's more of like a dark, like I guess it's I don't know, it's like a dark action, you know?
Eh.
It's more of a drama than I would find more than a um horror, you know? Um
Yeah, it's got some horror elements for
Yeah,
sure, but
and
it's
I
not
think a lot of
like
shows do. But my true like thought of horror is like Insidious and shit like that, right? Like, you know,
yeah.
um, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see, let's find another. Ooh, okay, let's break this down into there's three. These are three questions kind of all back to back here. So, what shows out of these horror ones best depicted vampires, ghosts, and zombies? As you can do three separate shows if that's how it is. I I
So
I I don't know. I don't know about ghosts for shows, for TV shows at least. Um, but I have an answer for vampires and zombies.
yeah, vampires, I gotta give credit to Supernatural. Um,
Yeah, and it's funny because my answer is technically a movie, but it's also a TV show.
and as far as zombies are concerned, it's a bit cliche, but The Walking Dead did a really good job.
I think they nailed it in the sense of undead coming back to life. Um,
Yes.
you know, because they had fresh zombies that are just people that are, freshies essentially that are dead and come back, but they also had the ones that were, you know, old, dusty, still alive, but barely kind of zombies, like they had all the spectrum of different styles. Um,
Yeah.
and then it got to a point within the show that zombies stopped becoming the problem as much, and they were just kind of like that nuisance, like the fly buzzing around all the time kind of thing. um the show took a turn away from being so much zombies and started becoming, oh no, there's more of a conflict between other humans, like,
Yeah.
than zombies. They were just kind of like, oh no, there's a zombie over there, and okay, well, I'm still concerned with you, motherfucker.
Right.
What about ghosts though?
So for ghosts, though, I think the first, well, mainly because of, spoiler alert, American Horror Stories,
Yeah, yeah,
or a horror story, not
yeah,
stories, but story.
yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I haven't watched
Um,
enough of it to know what their ghosts were like, but I could see them doing probably pretty well with it.
the first season is very, without giving spoilers or whatever, very ghost forward.
Okay. Um, so vampires for me would be Dusk Till Dawn, their TV show.
Cheater, pumpkin eater. Oh my gosh, dude.
One of the best
Bro,
vampires in the industry.
you're not wrong.
So,
I was
zombies,
trying to go pure TV show.
zombies. I'm in pure agreement with Walking Dead, but I am, if we're gonna talk about just zombies in general, and I've said this I think before. I'm a big fan of the 28 Days Later zombies, because they're not true zombies. People don't die in a sense to become them. It's a virus that gets spread, and you resort back to animal instincts, and they become full sprinting ass zombies. Like,
Mhm.
there is nothing that compares, in any of the Walking Dead. You can see the big hordes of zombies moving and stuff like that in Walking Dead, but I can tell you right now, the scene in, I think it's 28 Days Later, but it might be 28 weeks later. I think it's the beginning of 28 weeks later, where he's running through the field and there's a bunch of sprinting zombies chasing him. Like, it's like, that is terrifying. A bunch of slow ass zombies. I'm like, oh, I can outrun these. But if full on sprinting people, I'm fucked. I don't have the endurance.
See, so the first thing, I know what I have to do to survive a zombie apocalypse, because if I will admit, if I don't do this within the first 24 hours, I'm fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm basically literally Meals on Wheels if I do not do this within in the first 24 hours. I would have to get to a more secure than not location, and I would have to hunker that shit down so hard.
Yeah.
Um, like,
The problem for you would lie in food. In trying to get resources is where I think it would be your problem, because there's no safe time really for you to go out and get food.
right. I would have to see, but that's the thing. Like, where I would hunker down is I would try to start like a go back to my ancestors and start a bizarre style shit. Like, hey, I got some raisins. I'll trade you a grape or whatever. That's a horrible analogy because raisins are dried grapes. But
Well, you have raisins because you used to have grapes.
yeah, that's valid.
I'll trade you my raisins for your grapes so I can make more raisins.
Yes. There you go. There you go. You saved my analogy. Uh,
But as for ghosts, oh, that's so, I don't know of a TV show that's done it well. I'll say the X-Files. There's some really good ghost stuff in X-Files I liked.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But I still prefer the Paranormal Activity style thing where you never really see it. Um, and it just fucks with shit and does stuff. Like just shit moving is creepy as fuck.
Fair.
Um,
You are not wrong.
uh, um, any of the horror shows that you have watched, has it actually given you like what I not genuine fear because it's still a TV show, but like has it ever given you that that spot in your stomach where you're like uneasy about whatever? Um, it's I guess it's a mild fear, but like has there been a show that has done that from start to finish? Like well.
Um, to be honest, not really from start to finish, because unfortunately, I can't think of a show in that vein or in that genre that hasn't really gone down gone down in quality.
Right.
um I'm hoping that I'll live long enough to see one. um
Well, I think so. Here's the thing: is I think like American Horror Story did probably pretty well at it, but if 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 um if something came in with the budget of like Game of Thrones and like if they
yeah,
gave like how do I put this? If they gave
if,
gave Insidious a TV series, it would probably do it.
yeah, okay,
And
I
this
could
is
see
coming from
that.
a guy who's I don't even know if I've watched a full Insidious movie, and it's not out of fear. It's just I've never sat down and watched
Eh,
them, and I do need to sit down and watch them because out of all of the movies, like horror movies, it's one of the ones that I'm like, fuck, I really need to watch that. Like they genuinely look scary, you know. And they're still fucking making them, so
yeah, I mean, it's not like you're gonna have trouble finding new.
yeah, exactly.
All right.
All right, so let's go through these. Are You Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps and Tales from the Crypt? I'm pretty sure I've watched probably most of them. Maybe not Are You Afraid of the Dark? I don't know if I've watched all of it, but they're just one-off episodes. But I'm pretty sure I've probably watched almost every Goosebumps at least. And Tales from the Crypt. Tales from the Crypt. We're okay. We're talking Tales from the Crypt Keeper, which was the animated one, right? Tales from the Crypt Keeper, I think was the animated one. The live
I
action one,
watched
I
a
don't know if I
decent
watched.
amount of that one,
I
but
watched
I
more of the
wasn't
animated
like,
one because it was on a lot.
okay.
Twilight Zone, Outer Limits. I don't know if I've really watched that much of it. An episode here and there that I
I
caught
can't
maybe.
say that I watched all of it either. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you, it's episodes.
Buffy and Angel. I think I've watched probably most of Buffy. I don't know if I've watched really that much of Angel.
I've,
Um,
you can safely I volunteered as tribute. I've watched all of them.
they're good. Buffy is if you enjoy teen drama style stuff, go and watch it. Like she kicks the shit out of vampires and demons. Supernatural, I haven't finished. And what was her name that she always kept asking if I was going to watch more? I'm sorry.
Oh, 13.
Yeah. Um, she loves the series, so.
She
Um,
doesn't know you.
no, she does now because she's like, fuck that guy. He's not fucking watching more of the show. Walking
Uh,
Dead, I stopped in the beginning of season 4. I don't know,
okay.
whatever after the prison, just after the prison. Um, I think that's season 4.
Hmm.
Um, it just it stopped being a zombie show to me. Same with Fear the Walking Dead.
Okay.
I don't think I ever watched any of Fear Walking Dead unless my wife was watching American Horror Story. I think I've watched maybe one
My
episode.
wife. I don't know. Every time I hear, you say my wife, I just hear the Borat.
So there's a lot on here that I've never watched. Like, and some of it I want to watch, but I just haven't gotten to it. Um, so The Haunting of Hill House. I've heard it's pretty good. It was short though, wasn't it? I feel like it didn't have that many seasons.
I've heard of it, but I've never
The
dug
Haunting of
into it.
Bly Manor, I've never heard of.
That one I can't say rings a bell for me either.
I wonder if it's like a it's supposed to be Hill House, like the same kind of thing, but it's like that next step after they did Hill House. Um, Midnight Mass, I've never heard of. From I've heard of, and I need to watch it. And as weird as it is, it's not because of what the show is about. It's because it has I can't think of his name. He's in Lost. The main character in From. He plays I can't think of his name. I want to say it's like Michael or something like that in Lost. He's the black guy with the kid and the dog in Lost. Also technically sci-fi. Lost, by the way.
Yes.
Actually, it's also technically horror
Yeah.
or
Technically.
supernatural because of how they fucking ended it.
I'm sitting in a fucking church.
Anyways, Penny Dreadful, I've heard of, never even thought of looking for it.
Yeah, I've heard it's good.
Grimm, I've watched a lot of.
Watched all of it.
True Blood, I think I started it, but I never got into it. The Strain is something I've really wanted to watch. It's technically vampires, and I thought they were really cool.
We're watching. I rescind my original answer. I totally forgot about Strain. Strain does it best.
They have some pretty crazy vampires.
So good.
Evil, I don't know what that is. I don't know what Evil is. Bates Motel, I never watched any of it. Same with Hannibal, I never watched any of it. It's yeah. I know too much about it because of just what it's about. Yellow Jackets, all I saw was the cover of it, which is literally like a yellow jacket on like an eyeball, and she's like either crying or sweating or whatever. I don't know. Chucky, I guess technically he had a TV series.
That was a really good show. I feel like it didn't get nearly enough seasons.
Yeah, Ash versus Evil Dead. I started watching it. I don't know why I stopped watching it though.
That's a good show too.
It is.
And just chalk it up to ADHD, man.
Oh, 100%. The problem with something like Ash vs. Evil Dead, so the first movie and then the second movie, well, all three of them, 1, 2, and 3, were good because they were bad, right?
Yeah.
And then Ash vs. Evil Dead comes out, and it's got a budget. It's not as bad as, like in its practical effects and stuff like that. And I'm just like, it's good, but it's not the same,
Yeah, no, it's not the kitschy, like you can tell it's the dude with dried oatmeal on his face.
Yeah, yeah. Creep Show, that's an old show, isn't it? I feel like it's old.
I want to say it's newer than older, but I'm not 100% on that.
I don't, and the rest of these I have no idea what they are. Channel Zero, Cabinet of Curiosities. Oh, I've heard of that one. The Terror and What Do We Do? Oh, What We Do in the Shadows. Oh, is that Johnny Depp one?
No. What We Do in the Shadows is it's like a comedy. It's basically it's filmed like a documentary.
Oh,
and they're following the daily or the nightly lives of vampires,
oh.
and
Are you
it's
sure
great.
Johnny
It
Depp's not that in that?
Yeah, you're thinking of the one show from back in the day. Johnny Depp made the new movie. Um, in fact, I think my dad talked about it on the episode that he was in.
Oh, Dark Shadows is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna, you know what? We'll touch on crime mystery, but it's not really something I've watched a lot of, even though I enjoy
Yeah.
them.
No.
We'll just talk about some of the shows. Dexter is great. I highly recommend you go and watch it. I've seen most of it, although I say most of it, but I don't think I actually have most of it seen. I watched steadily up until the end of the Lithgow run.
You would. You would.
He was the
No, that's
best.
fair. That's a good one.
He
Yeah,
was
no,
he
that's
was 100% the one of the best
yeah,
in
no
that
argument.
entire
I
show.
was just being a goober. No, I agree.
And like he's just I'm a fan of his. I enjoy everything that he's been in.
He was the only killer where I was like, it's fucking John Lithgow. He better win.
He just kills Dexter. The show's over.
Yeah, yeah. You know?
Um, technically, okay, Sopranos is good. I haven't watched more than probably one or two episodes. The Wire I've heard is also good. I don't think I've watched any of it.
Yep.
Breaking Bad I've started but never finished. I think I made it to season
Oh
2.
my god.
Better Call Saul
Dude.
I've never started.
Okay, fair enough. But dude, Breaking Bad, you never finished Breaking Bad.
No.
I need to you're right. When I get up there,
Take me in a
we're
room and just
finishing shows.
no, we're not.
We're finishing
I can tell you right
shows.
now, I have no desire to finish some of these shows. I do need to finish Dexter, because I own all of it on Blu-ray, like including the new one.
Breaking Bad is one that you need to finish too.
It may be.
It's so good.
True Detective I've heard is good, but I don't know. Criminal Minds, too much of it, honestly. Same with all the CSIs and Law and Order. As bad as it is, when it comes to Law and Order, SVU actually was more something that interested me. I would rather watch that stuff. I thought it was better, in my opinion. NCIS was okay. I never finished it. I could pretty much tell you I haven't finished any of these. Bones was really good, from what I've seen of it, but I've never sat down and watched it. Castle, I don't think I've ever watched anything. That's the same guy in The Rookie, right? Castle.
Right, yep. The Canadian Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, it's super. Yeah, I've seen probably more of The Rookie than I have of anything from Castle.
That's a really good show too, though.
Yeah, same. It falls in this. Monk, I started. I think it's really interesting. It's the same with Numbers. It falls into that. I really like the concept of it. What else? We've got Psych, never watched it. Mentalist, never watched it. Sherlock, never watched it. Mindhunter, never watched it. Fargo, I think I've watched the start of it and then I stopped watching it. Like, as in, like I put on the first episode when
Middle Easterners.
I put on the first episode. I put on the first episode and went, nah, I'm good. Ozark, never watched it. I've seen some of it because my wife watched all of it. Justified, nope. The Shield, nope. Sons of Anarchy, I just got, and I'm gonna start watching it again. I made it to season 3 or 4. When does Opie die? Have you watched Sons of Anarchy?
No, sorry, my brain went full monkey mode.
There's a guy in there, and he like most shows, they kill off some people, but when that guy dies, is when I stopped watching because I was like, no. Narcos, I've heard is really good, but I've never watched it.
I was trying to like literally the reason I went full monkey mode is because my brain turned off because I was like, have I seen any of these shows?
Right.
And then
this is
then
probably
like,
my
no,
least watched
not really.
category.
Yeah.
Narcos, I've heard it's good, but the problem with it is I believe there's a lot of subtitles, so it really deterred me from watching
30. Number 30.
it. We're getting there.
Fantastic.
Peaky Blinders, I need to watch. Bosch, no idea. Reacher, I need to watch. I need to watch the last season, the season 3. I haven't watched it yet. I've watched 1 and 2 though. And I'm currently in season 2 again. Because I rewatched season 1. I'm rewatching season 2 so I can watch season 3. Because I kind of forgot what happened in season 2. Reacher's really good though. Mayor of Easttown, no idea. And Only Murders in the Building. My wife watched all of that and it looked okay. I didn't.
It's not okay. It's a phenomenon. It's a fucking phenomenon. It's fantastic. You watch that.
I don't think so.
You watch it.
No.
You watch that show. You love that show. It's a good show.
It annoyed me from what I've seen.
Sure.
100%. I won't lie. The concept of what's his name? What are the two guys in that?
Steve Martin and Martin Short.
Yeah, Martin Short being like this eccentric. I think he's gay in it. He's not. Well, he seems it.
Oh yeah, no, I mean he's playing a flamboyant.
Yeah, like he's very flamboyant, and I sat there and I watched like a bunch of it, and I'm like, these nosy fucks need to mind their own fucking business.
Fair enough. Okay,
like, oh no, the world's a fucking murder mystery novel. Okay, we're gonna move into fantasy. Obviously there's just the big ones. There are some that I need to watch 100%.
Game of Thrones.
This has just become the rest of this episode is just going to be what's Jal not watched, and what does he need to watch, especially when it comes to this category, because this is probably one of
the Dragon. Never seen it. Don't want to watch it.
So Game of Thrones, I have not finished it. I wanted to watch it with my wife. But she obviously knows how I am, but she also has no desire to watch it. And as bad as this sounds, it's because of the first episode. Specifically 2 things: the horse and Peter Dinklage, like him just
fuck Peter Dinklage. All right, fair enough.
But him being like this horny little person, and the incest.
Okay.
She was like, nope, not interested. So
just
anyways,
pretend they're second cousins. It's fine.
So yeah, no, it's just one of those things. House of Dragon is the same thing. I've never watched it. I haven't even besides the commercials for it, I've seen nothing on it. The Witcher, I think I watched the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
There's
I
a
watched the seasons with Cavill, Henry Cavill.
I think I
Um,
missed. There's 4 seasons now, right?
when Liam Hemsworth, or whenever one of the Hemsworth brothers took over,
Yeah,
I was like, you know what? I'm good. I don't
yeah.
need
I
it.
think I think there's 4 seasons. I could be wrong, but I watched the first 2 for sure. Wheel of Time is something I started watching when it was premiering, and I kind of just forgot about it. Um, and I need to watch it because apparently it was actually really, really good. It's also a book series that I would like to read, and I've just never gotten into. Um, then Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. Oh God, I really need to finish it. Um, I got through the first season. There's 2 seasons, right? I think I got through I think I watched the whole first season, and then I never went back and watched the next season. Even though my brain's like, that's Gandalf. And apparently it's not. um,
So
don't shut up. I know you were gonna try and spoil something.
I wasn't.
What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say that the Lord of the Rings show was okay from what I
It
saw.
it wasn't Lord of the Rings. In the sense that it wasn't
Exactly,
like
that was my
it
issue.
wasn't the feel like that Lord of the Rings had.
Yeah,
It was a
it
lot
was
of
like
it was a lot of politics. That was the problem.
yeah, it was like if the political section of the Star Wars movie
Mm-hmm.
was at a Ren fair with a lot of money thrown at it,
Yeah, yeah. But
and
it it
I was
it
not
kind
about
of
that.
it kind of said that from the beginning, though. They didn't hide what it was really gonna be, right? They never made it out to be, oh, here's the next epic battle that took place before, kind of thing. It was kind of like, no, this is this is the shit we had to deal with when the rings were around. Um, Xena Warrior Princess and Hercules: The Legendary Journeys. Talk about a pair of fantasy shows that worked so well together.
They fucking defined the genre for a generation.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. And I've probably seen a very large portion of those shows just because they were on TV, and like my mom loved both of them.
I will say I loved Hercules more than Xena, but I loved
Well,
Xena
Hercules.
more for a totally different reason.
um, but
Yeah.
Hercules was the original. Xena was the side show that
Yeah.
came after. Um, but
The
it was there was another show that was on. Was it Sinbad that was also a crossover in that?
was
I
it?
feel like there was a
can't
Sinbad crossover. But same idea. All kind of the same thing. Okay, Merlin. Why do I feel like I watched almost all of it? I don't think I watched the last couple episodes, but talk
Are you
about a good.
talking young Merlin?
It's just called Merlin.
Is that the one with the one where
He's
Merlin gets teleported to modern day?
no, no. Merlin is he shows up at the castle or whatever from wherever, and he goes and he starts being like he's an apprentice. Um, and that's where he meets Morgana and stuff like that. She's the king's handmaiden or whatever. Or no, not handmaiden. She's what is it when she's given by her father to him to to be watched by this other king, like from king to king kind of thing. I can't think of the word for it. Essentially, she's made to be like the next queen kind of thing. But anyways,
Gotcha.
it was really good, and it was like one of those. It had like kind of bad CG. You don't remember it at all? This one? This is terrible. Get out of here.
I
Images. This guy. You don't remember him as Merlin?
yeah.
And this?
I always thought it was called Young Merlin,
No. No, it's just called Merlin.
but okay.
Yeah, it had the really bad CG dragon. Lived under the town. Well, prisoner under the town, I should say. Legend of the Seeker. No idea what that is. Once Upon a Time, I watched most of. I've seen
Yeah,
most of it. I've seen most of it more so by my wife watching it, but I did start it and watched some of it. His Dark Materials, I got to go back to. That show is fucking phenomenal. Same with there's a show called Magicians. I need to finish it as well. I've watched a lot of
Good
that.
Omens is great.
What do we got? Shadow and Bone. I don't know what that is. Carnival Row is okay. Sandman, Good Omens. Oh, Good Omens is the one with what the fuck's his name? Shaun of the Dead. I can't think of his name.
Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg, that's it. I was like Nick Frost and American Gods I heard was okay. Willow. Dark Crystal Age of Resistance I haven't watched. I should.
I haven't watched it either, but I've heard it's good.
Yeah. The Shannara Chronicles. Shannon, yeah, I don't know what that is. A Discovery of Witches. Someone said that was okay, but I've never even thought about it. Lock and Key was I've seen like the first episode, and it looks like it was gonna be a really good show. I just never got into it. Wednesday. The first season I thought was good. I started watching the second season and went, nah. Everyone's like, oh, Wednesday is so good, so good. She did a good job in the role, but it got
The show itself is
it,
not great.
It wasn't the Addams Family that I wanted, you know. Sweet Tooth was really good.
Do you know if they're making any more of that, or did it
the
get
Sweet
shelved?
Tooth? I think it got shelved. It was good though. The kid that played the main role, I thought did really well.
I actually bought the first comic of Sweet Tooth because of the show.
Really? Yeah, it was good. Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I need to watch the show. I've watched all the movies, the original movies. But the show seemed like it was gonna do it better justice. And you've watched it all, right? We've lost him.
You did. I'm
Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
No.
You haven't watched all of it.
No.
The Librarians.
Watched all of it, loved it, and that was one of the reasons I rebooted my doctorate for a minute.
Oh, okay. Robin of Sherwood. I don't know if I've ever watched that one. The Adventures of Sinbad. Same thing. The 10th Kingdom.
Never heard of that one, honestly.
No, I kind of want to look it up, see what it is. And then, of course, Avatar: The Last Airbender, live action version. I am thoroughly enjoying it. I'm not done it yet for season 2, but I'm getting there.
but I watched the first season when it came out because I was like, fuck yeah. Now I'm watching season 2 and I'm slowly getting through it, but I am slowly watching it. I watched it with you actually, up to where I am. I'm waiting for Secret Tunnel to happen. He hasn't done it yet, but
Secret tunnel, secret
um,
tunnel through the mountain.
and then
Mm.
we could talk about cartoons, but
We can do a
realistically,
quick one.
yeah, the realistic. Let's just do a couple questions. So let's just we have talked a lot of cartoons before. So what animated show had the best villain?
I'd have to break it down by age group.
No, just pick which one you think was done the best, regardless of age group. It could be even a little kid one, but
Like,
and when I say villain, I mean like the actual villain, not just like somewhat protagonist every once in a while, like the
yeah,
villain.
no, I get you. And the one that's coming to mind, I don't know if it's because you just talked about the live action, but I think Avatar: The Last Airbender is villain.
Oh,
Fantastic.
so are you talking about like
Like,
Fire Lord, or are you
yeah,
talking?
Fire Lord, Fire
Okay,
Lord.
okay,
But
you're not
I gotta give a shout out to Prince Zuko
right.
because the way he wasn't just a, oh, I hate Aang and the Avatar just because of him being the Avatar. He actually had some heart and soul in him. He wasn't
So
just a generic
so
villain.
the evolution of Zuko was the best part. You know, you're like, oh,
Right.
he's the villain, and then the end of book 1, when you see that somewhat like, oh shit, no, he's just doing this because this is how he feels he needs to do what he needs to do to get in back into his father's good graces, right? Um, so you start to feel sympathetic more so after book 1, and then going into book 2, like you can kind of see his growth as a man, essentially, right? So as a villain that turns obviously into not a villain, or not so much of a villain, um he's definitely um really cool in that sense.
Yeah.
Mine, as bad as it sounds, is the Joker, Batman.
Oh, he's so good too.
Yeah, and we're
That's
talking
a good
like Batman the
choice.
animated series, like I believe it's Mark Hamill that does it. Um,
Yeah.
like
100% Mark
that,
Hamill.
like one of the best villains. Um, let's see. What cartoon did adults underestimate growing up? I have an answer for this.
Um, you go first
SpongeBob.
since you have an answer.
SpongeBob SquarePants. So I think they underestimated in the sense of how how okay it would be to watch as an adult because of the certain things he snuck in the early SpongeBob stuff. Um
Mhm.
and how it would still be part of a lot of people's lives that watched it growing up. I like SpongeBob in the sense of like what it is, but I never was heavily into it because it was kind of just after um like our kind of watch time for that kind of age. But like the people that are like 5 6 years
Came
young,
out in '99.
yeah, but like we're talking like I was 11 years old, and when SpongeBob came out, to me it was like, oh, this is for like 5 and 6 year olds, you know.
Well,
I liked it, I watched a bit of it, like we like but I just never watched a lot of it, you know. I didn't watch it like religiously like some people did.
that's fair.
um yeah, that's my answer, SpongeBob. Which one do you think adults underestimated?
back in the day, I think a lot of adults underestimated Doug. Like, it may not have as much like if you go back and rewatch it, it had some adult humor,
Right.
like especially with Mr. Dinkelberg or on
There was the little droplets of adult life mixed in with the high school life, right? So
yes.
it was one of those, oh, we'll throw this in because then the adults watching will be like, ah, that's funny, you know.
Yeah. And like the like I love the nod to the Beatles, the Beats. Doug was obsessed with the Beats.
Right. Yeah. um yeah, Doug is by far one of the better things. So in talking about that, Doug is a good example. I would like to see a modern continuation of this, but what cartoon deserves a modern continuation? Because I know we got X-Men. They continued it, and stuff like that, in the
Yep.
same style and everything like that. So which cartoon could you think of that would do well with a modern continuation?
I think that a cartoon that I would love to see a modern continuation would be like
He doesn't know.
there's so many good
I've
choices
stumped
though.
him.
That's why my
There are. My answer's gargoyles.
that would be a good one.
I think
Um
if they took gargoyles and just jumped them ahead, a little bit more, like they've slept for a while, kind of thing. Um,
yeah, and
I
they need and they're being called upon for help again
Yeah,
once again.
yeah.
Yeah. I would love to see something in a similar vein. The Mighty Ducks,
Yeah, that could be pretty good.
because it's got that very '90s metal vibe,
Yeah.
and I think it would be fun to see
I
again.
would I would like to see undergrads actually as well. Undergrads, um, them as adults, not in college and stuff anymore, would be actually kind of funny. Because I'm sure, what's his name would still be holed up in a basement. Like, I'd have to rewatch that show because that's one show I know I've seen all of it, but I do not remember the ending of it. Um, Trying to think of what else. Ooh, Digimon is getting another season of something. Um, I
Oh,
heard,
nice, dude.
yeah. Um, Hey Arnold might be okay as a like aged up kind of thing. But yeah. Anyways, we've been going for just over 2 hours. So no, we're not gonna do a game today again. I'm sorry. We've been doing podcast things. So it's just what we're doing now. We enjoy talking. I don't have a game lined up, but it's been 2 hours. I still need to edit this, and which isn't a lot. But I still need to edit, render into the whole podcast and put it up. Technically, if I started adding the outro, I wouldn't have to edit anything, which might be an idea. um, but yeah, I got to do that, and then I got to upload it so that it goes live at noon tomorrow. We are filming this the day before it comes out. Generally, we actually do film it a day or two before it comes out, um, but yeah, this is the part where I say adios, amigos.
I say buenos nachos, everybody.
See you later.